Hey guys, it's Jasmine.
Hey, I'm Brooke.
And today we are going to be talking about PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. We talked about this in our first video that we did, had it, but we didn't really go into like detail about it, so that's what this video is going to be today. So, yeah.
So basically what Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome is, it's a disease that so far isn't curable. So basically it shows up differently for different people. So for example, the cyst on your ovaries, that is something, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, that's the biggest one. And also hormonal problems and hormonal imbalances, that is the main one that I personally struggle with, and also Jasmine. So yeah, so basically we're just going to talk about how when we found out and what we've kind of done about it since we've found out we've had it. So.
Yeah. When I was in middle school, I got my period like right before 6th grade, and they were always awful. Like, they were pretty regular, I guess you could say, for like just starting out, but they were terrible. There were like almost every single time there would be like a day where I couldn't go to school because the cramps were unbearable and terrible and like just awful. Like, that's the only way that I can explain them, was just terrible. Like, I would be crying, I would take ibuprofen, I would have like heat pads on my like lower back where the cramps were, and like it was just terrible. Like, the only thing I could do was sleep and cry and they were just so bad. And then got a little bit better once I got into high school, and then they kind of just like, I just stopped getting them for like long periods of time.
Totally.
And which I didn't really, I figured that that wasn't really healthy, but I didn't really care because I wasn't having them, and so it was fine. But like, I still in the back of my mind knew that it wasn't okay. And then when I started college last fall, I had gotten my period like a few days before I left for school, and then it didn't stop until I came home for winter break. Like, literally there was not a day that went by where I didn't have my period going on. And that's when I realized that something was up, and I was also really depressed, and I had really bad anxiety, and it was just not a good time. And so I knew that something was wrong, and so I went to my doctor, and that's when we figured out that I had PCOS. And I had seen a couple of videos from a few people, actually just one person. There's like no videos on YouTube about it, and some of her symptoms I had, and so I was kind of thinking I had it, but I wasn't sure. And so I went to my doctor, and she was like, yeah, like, you got it. So that's how I found out, and kind of how I realized that I could have it. And yeah.
So I have a similar story. So actually both of my older sisters, I know, deal with it, and they have their own problems and stories, but that was one of the reasons why I went in, was because the doctor that my oldest sister was seeing said that, if one girl has it in the family, then there's like a 90% chance that other girls have it in the family. And so I went and we did a bunch of blood tests, and we saw that I had a lot more testosterone that is normal. So that's kind of what was the biggest thing. And then we ran a couple more tests, and everything was coinciding with PCOS. And my doctor at the time told me basically the only thing that could help would be to be on a birth control, or like hormone therapy, I guess.
That's what they told me.
Yeah. And so, and I think I was 14 at the time, and like I didn't want to start taking birth control, but I also wasn't having periods. It would literally, I would probably have 3 a year, like 3 to 4 a year. So every couple of months I would get one. And, you know, that's not healthy. And again, like, it was so painful. I remember one time I was crying so hard. I mean, usually I feel like I have pretty high tolerance for pain with this kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
I was like knocked out. The pain was so bad that I passed out, and my mom came home and was, you know, really worried. And so that's also another big reason why I went to the doctor, to see what the heck was going on. So basically, yeah, so that's when I found out. I was about 14. Another thing that happens with PCOS is it is really hard to lose weight, because I guess, I don't know if it's because of the hormones or whatnot, but it's really hard for women with PCOS to lose weight. I mean, it's like an uphill battle, it feels like.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, you know, what really brought us together in this, was that not only are we dealing with this, but that we have the similar struggles.
Yeah, and like, not only is it really hard to lose weight, it is so easy to gain weight.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like, so
Seriously.
easy. Like, if you just think about a cupcake,
Yeah.
you gain 5 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that really sucks. And along with the PCOS, you're at a higher risk for diabetes, which I am. I have pre-diabetes, and it already runs pretty strongly in my family, and so that, along with this, it's just really not a good situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm pre-diabetic. I have a high, you're more likely to have a higher cholesterol, and your iron levels can be really
Yes.
low. I had super low iron levels, obviously, when I went to the doctor, because freaking was on my period for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Which was why I was so tired all the time. And yeah, and then like depression and anxiety, which I seriously struggle with. That is another symptom of this. So it's pretty much just sucks. And yeah, the high testosterone, which causes a lot of facial hair, which is
Yeah.
super, it's embarrassing. I think I like get embarrassed.
Oh, well,
about
yeah.
it. And yeah, it basically just is, it's not good. But what does come out of it is healthier lifestyle, which is what we're trying to do. I know my doctor, she told me that the main thing I had to start doing was losing weight, so that I wouldn't get diabetes, and eating better.
Oh yeah. The eating is huge.
Yeah.
You
Like,
have to eat a certain way. Like,
yeah, you have to eat healthy. Like, you can't be having this all the time because it's not good for you. Like, like, the food is the biggest thing, I
Yeah.
think, more than even working out.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, I've always been able to gain muscle really quickly, so, you know, that's a great thing because you're burning more fat. But I actually was going to college to become a dietitian. That's kind of like what I really wanted to do when I first started. And then I realized there's so much more to fitness than just eating a certain way and working out a certain way. You know, there is the mental aspect, the mental health, that's huge. And when people are dealing with, you know, diseases or things that they feel like they have an uphill battle against, it's like you just start feeling worse about yourself, you start eating worse, and so it all goes together. But the eating, like, I don't think carbs are bad for your body. Like, we know that, you know, they're good for you, that's where you get your energy. But when you battle with something like this, like PCOS, you can't be eating, like, you know, a lot of like the fluffy carbs. Like, your carbs have to come from vegetables, and that's about it.
Yeah, like, you can't be having the empty carbs.
Yes, exactly.
Like, things with a lot of carbs, a lot of fat,
Mhm.
bad fat,
Yeah.
and a lot of sugar. That's
The
like,
sugar. The sugar is
sugar.
huge. It,
Yeah.
like I have friends who eat like a lot of sugar, including like fruits and stuff like that, and it doesn't even faze them. If I have a lot of sugar or, you know, stuff like that, it's just, I mean, like, and then it, you know, ties in with the diabetes and stuff. I actually have hypoglycemia, which is kind of pre-diabetic. It's a little bit different. Like, you produce too much insulin, and that's, I mean, my mom has that too. And so I have to stay on top of, you know, eating small meals throughout the day, because if you eat too much at one sitting, it's like then you spike your sugar, and it's just a big, like, ball
Your
of mess.
metabolism is just out of whack.
Exactly. So it's easier for me to just, I'm just gonna grab a piece of toast. I'm gonna grab, you know, something quick and easy like that. But I mean, but then it's just, I don't know, it's just a big mess. So you just have to stay on top of what you're eating, and you know, you don't have to feel like a prisoner, like only eating certain foods, but just, you know, do your homework on, you know, good, like, nutrient dense foods. Yeah.
And like, obviously you're not gonna never have sugar again. Like, I'm having this drink right now. Like, you just have to really do it in moderation, like every once in a while. Like, seriously, every once in a while. Not like once a week. Not like once every 2 weeks, like maybe once a month. Or, you know, like on special events, or, you know. So yeah, it's basically just the sugar that really can get you. And a lot of people who don't have this, you know, they can eat whatever they want and work out and still lose weight. But with us, you can't do that. Like I said in the first one, we're not just going to be doing like exercise and food, because that can get a little bit boring and redundant.
Yeah, totally.
So, and that's not all that comes with being healthy.
Exactly.
Like, it starts from inside of you, but then also, you know, you gotta work on the outside too. So I'm like really big into skincare, so I'll definitely be doing some of those. I don't know, like fun videos too.
Yeah.
Just
and like
to like get to know us more.
Yeah. And like, you know, I think for me the biggest thing too with like losing weight is a little bit harder because I have a family now, and even though like my husband, we've always worked out together, so he has health and fitness in mind as well, but it is harder when you're eating a certain way. So I really want to, you know, focus on that for, you know, all you moms out there struggling, you know, like trying to eat healthy when your husband wants steak and potatoes. So you know, we'll just try and focus on a lot of aspects in our lifestyle, you know.
I don't have a husband or a boyfriend, so I don't have that issue. I don't live by myself. I do live with my grandma, and she and I both really would like to be healthier, but our main thing is that we are so lazy and we work.
Well, you work 40 hours a week.
Okay, I work
40 plus.
full time. Yeah. I work more than 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, sometimes later than that, sometimes earlier than that. And so when I get home and I'm dealing with people all day long.
I worked there before I had Reese, so I feel
and they're not anyways, so I'm like really tired when I get home, and I already have to go to the gym, so like I struggle with that.
Totally.
Having to make food. So meal prepping we're definitely going to start doing, and
so yeah, that's a little bit more about us and what we're struggling with in depth. So
yes, so we hope you liked this video and found it informational and helpful. And just a little like disclaimer, we are not doctors, not nutritionists, not dietitians, nothing like that. This is just from our experience. So if you feel like maybe some of these symptoms, like you have some of these symptoms, or you know, anything like that, definitely don't just self-diagnose yourself. Like, go to the doctor and kind of explain to your doctor some of the symptoms you've been having. You know, you think you might have this, but you're not sure, and they'll do blood tests and give you your own personal, like, info.
Yeah,
so,
from a professional.
Yes. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe so that you see more of our videos. We will be posting them every week. And yeah, follow our Instagram.
Yes,
I'll have it like written somewhere on the screen.
We just started it, so you know, I think we only have like 7 posts.
Yeah.
But
we'll post some workouts when we're in the gym. Like our food
meals
of the day.
Yeah.
Brooke more does that than me.
I'm totally a foodie.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to follow us on there, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Out of the frame. You're not even in the frame. Here. Okay, we'll just have to be touching.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Okay, ready? Wait.
Yeah.
1.
What are we saying?
Wait. Who wants to say hey guys?
You can.
Me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Jasmine.
Hey, Amber. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say Anne
Okay.
Brooke, and then I was like, well, she could say Anne Brooke.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
got
get
it.
Okay. Babe.